misunderstood. Far away from the days where I wouldn't wanna go home, cause I was afraid of the truth. See, I was scared to admit the feeling was in the back of my head. Cause the point where line no longer works, so you have to stand up for how you wanna live. Tonight is the night, is the night that we're losing control. Tonight is the night, is the night.
Commentary, you know?
The man is trying to bring us down.
All right, don't talk to Justin
I'm
anymore.
sorry. I apologize. What, did
This is the Brooklyn Brew HA.
Oh yeah.
And
Welcome.
it is a him and her production in collaboration with Nacho Ordinary Gals.
This
Gals,
indeed.
this, us two. Gals. Not a gal. Not a gal. Him.
No.
Him and her.
Huge dick.
Nacho.
She's like an artist. You know, because then maybe a few years down the line, like a bunch of teenage boys would get onto a subway and they'd see a single woman on there and they'd be like, oh shit, we gotta get off. This bitch might kill us.
So we're at the Brooklyn Brew HA comedy show at the Brooklyn Brewery
In
Brooklyn, Williamsburg, and it was a pretty magical night.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Lots of people came.
Lots of people.
It could have been embarrassing.
It could have been.
If no one showed up, that would be really.
Which is like another day in our lives.
Yeah.
Like, we wake up, is today gonna be embarrassing? And then at the end of the day, you assess.
But we.
To like let it slowly, just for that moment when you get a pair of glasses and you're like, oh shit! Is that leaves? Oh my god! I forgot they were separate.
Stand-up comedy's hard. And
It takes hard work, and that's why we incorporate Killed It and Jordan Dean into our production, because they are all about the what happens when you apply yourself.
Yeah.
And you dedicate yourself to yourself. So Killed It is a motivational team, and they work towards motivating people to really be the best version of themselves, and just nothing is going to be easy in your entire life, but as soon as you work hard and as soon as you realize everything requires hard work, everything will be easier. And that's what Killed It is messages, and that's why we incorporate them into our show, because stand-up comedy is probably the hardest thing you can ever do.
Sure.
Public speaking is the #1 fear in the United States, but let me tell you,
I'm terrified right now.
I am
terrified.
Most people never tried to make people laugh.
Yeah.
That's harder and scarier.
I can't even move.
And then Jordan Dean, she's a self-made company.
She's
she
amazing.
Makes all of her own products. I love her shirts, and she actually increases people's interest in reading, because all of her, well, the majority of her shirts all incorporate book quotes. So
I'm dyslexic, and she's the only reason I read.
there you go.
Her and J.K.
Well, that's
Rowling,
not true,
but whatever.
because he's on a Quidditch team.
Quidditch.
He plays Quidditch.
Yeah, I just also want to say, support stand-up comedy, because you could be in a place where the next Dave Chappelle is. Because Dave Chappelle, at some point, was in a room just like this, doing stand-up comedy, and people saw him. And you could be, you know, tonight we have Mark Norman. He's going to be huge.
They're all
Monroe
gonna
Martin,
be huge.
Joe
Everyone
Mackey.
that we picked,
Yeah, who was on our last show?
We had Nimesh.
Nimesh Patel.
He's a second time.
Josh
Brooklyn
Rabinowitz,
Brew HA.
Kevin Barnett. I mean, like, it just
Vince
August. Like, our shows are huge, and these people are gonna be famous, and they're already famous, and it's like you're getting it for like nothing. It's just, I feel honored to be a part of it. I'm happy to just be in a crowd with them.
Yes.
You know, just to be on the same lineup.
And then in addition to that, we have the nachos, which Gabby and I are such big advocates for, because meeting up for nachos is always great, because after a while, meeting up for margaritas gets you into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So that's why we like to meet up for nachos, because they're great for sharing, they're delicious, and they just kind of like, they stir up conversation, and they help you guys, like they help friends be friends and just hang out and talk, rather than going out to drinks and stuff like that. Like, we are at a brewery, it's awesome to drink beer, we are not against beer in any way, but we just think it's better to kind of meet up for nachos and comedy and beer, as opposed to just getting drunk somewhere.
So we talked about our sponsors. We talked about the show.
Oh,
Is my phone ringing? That's your phone. Would you hang that shit up? It's Ashley.
DJ Ashley.
DJ Ashley, Jazzy Jeff. The only other thing I want to talk about real quick is we want to give back. So we do a raffle, and all of our raffle tickets, all of our raffle prizes are donated by our sponsors, and then all that money goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So we are trying to do our part, and all you guys have to do out there is come to our shows and support.
And I was like, that's not any kind of romance, right? That's your fantasy about not having a job. People picketed so you could have one, so you gotta shut your fucking mouth. And also, is our ideal quality of make that they're wealthy? Like, I feel like we could do better. Right, like my ideal man is Gandalf.
Roman. Shout out to Brooklyn Playhouse. Killed it.
Yeah, thank you, Brooklyn
Thank you,
Playhouse,
Brooklyn
for coming
Playhouse.
out to the
You
Brooklyn
killed
Brew
it.
HA.
Thanks
we
so
love
much,
everything
guys.
Brooklyn, and we love you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right,
Walking off
peace out.
frame.
Thank you.
Thank you.